Welcome to yoga. I'm glad to see you all. We'll start by centering. So just find a comfortable seat or lie down, whatever's best for you. And we're gonna take a minute or so to just scan, to bring your awareness inside and see where you are at the start of practice. So where your physical body is. Scan, notice any tightness or tension that you might be able to release right off the bat. So scan your physical body, listen to each part, hear what your body's saying with no judgment. Just accept where you are, and not only on a physical level, but any emotions you might have come in with today, and the state of your mind, whether your mind is busy, 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 or pretty calm. So take a minute to see where you are today. And then bring your awareness to your breath and notice how your breath is moving. Just again, not trying to change it yet, just noticing qualities of your breath. And our pranayama today is going to be the 3-part breath. So looks like you're all seated up. So place the hand on your belly. Just let your belly be nice and relaxed and loose. So the 3-part breath is breathing. As you breathe in, the breath will come up and inflate your belly, your rib cage, all the way up to your collarbones. But we'll just start on the first breath with your hand on your belly, and notice as you begin your inhale, the belly rises. Now breathe all the way up, and exhale all the way down from the top to the bottom. So on the inhale, we're filling up as if the breath is moving in the belly, then the rib cage, all the way up to your collarbone. And on the exhale, you're coming back to center from the top to the bottom. So 3 parts: belly, rib cage, all the way up to the collarbones. So just take a few real slow, deep, even breaths. Make sure your face and jaw and neck are relaxed, shoulders are down. Inhale, 3 parts: belly, rib cage, all the way up to your collarbones. And exhale down, release, collarbones, rib cage, belly. Nice and easy, comfortable rhythm. Filling up on the inhale. Coming back to center on the exhale, but keeping your spine nice and tall. You can count 3 if you want. So 3 is belly and plates, then rib cage is 2, and collarbones 3. Couple more, just like that. And then take a moment to create an intention based on what you've seen on all those levels in your body and what you'd like to take away from practice today. And just create that intention, store it away to revisit if you need to refocus during practice. And we're going to start on all fours. So come on up to your hands and knees. And just before we start, we're going to start with cat-cow, but just before we start, make sure your alignment is wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers. Press down into the tops of your feet, your legs. Press down into your hands. Arms are straight. Gaze is down. And we're just do a couple of tilts and tucks. So tilt, your pelvic bone comes, pelvis comes forward, tailbone comes up just a little bit. And tuck, like you're putting your tail between your legs and your pelvic bones come up a little bit. So to engage the transverse abdominis, that deep core muscle that helps stabilize the lower spine. The practice we started doing yesterday was zipping up. So you're going to draw as if you're bringing your hip bones together. Zip, navel in and up. So back toward your spine, navel back toward your spine, and then up. So that's similar to tucking your tailbone. So when we do cat-cow today, we're going to have start the movement from the pelvis. So on an inhale, tilt, and then let that movement go all the way up to your the top of your spine. So this is cow pose. Your chest falls, you're extending your spine, and then as you come to an exhale, you're going to tuck and then let that flexion move all the way up your spine so your chin comes toward your chest. So we're just initiating the movement from the pelvis. Tilt on cow and unfurl up to your chin, like come up a little bit, gaze up, and exhale, tuck, coming into cat, initiating the movement from your pelvis with a tuck or a tilt. And just move slowly with the breath. Let the breath initiate the tuck or the tilt. Just waking up your spine, bringing some juice in there, flexing and extending. And the next time you come to an exhale and tuck your tailbone, let your hips come back over your heels into child's pose. Supporting your head in any way that you can just release and let everything sink down. Let your thoughts, if your mind's busy, just imagine your thoughts flowing out into the earth, into the mat. Okay, then come back up to all fours, and we're going to do a balancing pose, sunbird, and this is a cross grain. The sides are going to be doing different things. It's also going to require a pretty strong activation of the deep core muscles, so you want to zip it up before you start. So navel in and up, and then on an inhale, take your left foot back, toes point down, lengthen that leg out, and take your right arm out and reach up. Now, if that's not available, you can keep your fingers down on the mat. So just lengthening, this is diagonal. So each inhale, you're gonna stretch out through the left leg and right arm. And the exhale, you're gonna just keep that zip up action. And take a couple breaths. Lengthen as much energy as feels good on that stretch. We do this on our backs a lot too. Okay, then bring your right hand down, your left knee down. I'll do that on the other side. So make sure you've got that engagement, that zip, navel in and up. Hold it and take your right leg back. Left arm out if that's available, or fingertips down on the mat. And then from the core, reaching out through your left hand and out through your right leg. Gaze is down. So this is strengthening your core, it's balance, and crossing the midline of the brain, because the sides of your brain activate different sides of your body. Okay, then come down. And come into, take your knees apart and feet together, and let your hips come back into a wide leg child's pose. If that's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, it doesn't feel good, you can do a regular child's pose. Just a few breaths here. Okay, now come back up to all fours and walk your hands out in front about a foot, just maybe to the edge of the mat. And then we're gonna do puppy. So puppy is like a little down dog. So you're going to let your chest come between your arms and your hips are gonna go back, but not all the way. So open your shoulders. So this is a nice stretch for your upper back and your shoulders. It's like a little puppy getting down, wanting to play, wag his tail. You can wag your tail if you want. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then come back to all fours. And we're gonna lower down to our bellies by taking our hands out in front again, like they were in puppy. Or maybe not that far. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, so and then lower down, keeping your elbows as close to your chest as you can. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Chest first, and then your chin, and the last thing to come down is your belly. Okay, so you're lowering down, and take your hands stacked on top of each other and rest your head on your hands. This is crocodile, so it's a slight extension. So you're just lying flat, head on your hands. And now bring your forearms to the mat. So shoulders over, elbows under shoulders. Your hands are in front. Spread your fingers. Sphinx pose. So press your pelvis into the mat and energetically draw your forearms, elbows back. They won't move, but just energetically draw your chest through your arms. And look at a spot a little bit ahead on the mat or on the floor. And then take an inhale here. And then on an exhale, turn and look over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn and look over your left shoulder. So your chest is working here. Shoulder blades are coming together on the back, stretching your chest. So you're doing that, and you're just moving your head side to side. Very slow. Exhale, look to the left, back to center, to the right, back to center. One more time each side. Okay, now we're going to come into a forearm plank, but there's two ways, and I'll show. So I like to clasp my hands in front of me and just raise up on my toes and stay flat. Now here's a really strong engagement of the deep core muscle here, real strong zip up. Or you can just have your knees on the mat and bring your shoulders over your elbows, and so you're still holding yourself up with that core engagement, but it's not quite as strong. So either way you want to do it, zip up. So this is strong TA muscle. It's like that muscle is like a girdle around your midsection. So if you're doing whichever one you're doing, you can come out and rest, or you can come in and out, but try to take as many breaths as you can comfortably, or okay. Okay, then come out. That's a very strong pose. Come out and come back to crocodile with your hands stacked, and start with your resting on your left cheek on your hands. So your hands are stacked. Have your gaze, or eyes can be closed or open, but you're looking to the right. And just take a couple breaths here. So that plank poses are strong. And take a rest. And then inhale, change over to your right cheek. Take a few breaths here. And then bring yourself back up to all fours. And we're going to come up to standing. So tuck your toes, bring your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Take a few petals with your feet. Press down one heel and then the other. Fingers spread. Bend your knees a whole lot and send your tailbone up to the ceiling. And then maybe straighten a little bit, heels down. Chest comes toward your thighs. Shake your head yes and no, so you have a relaxed upper spine. Take 2 breaths. And then look up between your hands, bend your knees, and walk your feet up between your hands, coming into a forward fold with knees bent a lot, so your chest can be all the way down on your knees. And then if you would like to straighten your legs a little bit, you can, so whatever is comfortable for you here. And in this position, your navel is in and up also. So that's the low back protection, lumbar spine protection, navel in and up. And now bring your hands to your shins and come up halfway with a nice strong flat back. Exhale, fold back down. And then inhale, come all the way up. Press your feet, hands up, palms touch, right down to your heart space. And then hands to your side, and we'll build up our first mountain pose. So from the feet up, you know how to do that. You find the balance on the four corners of your feet, and then just press slightly in. Now in mountain pose, you're gonna have a light engagement of the transverse abdominis. So what I usually say is bring your hip bones up a little bit. So that's like a little tuck. So what you're doing there, and you can put your hands here to feel it, is put your hands about an inch, fingers an inch inside of your hip bones, and do that zip up. So navel in and up, and you will feel the engagement when you do that. So just a light zip, a light tuck, navel in and up, and then bring the rib cage up, out, away from the pelvis. So long waist and shoulders up, back down, chest open, and then take your chin back just a little and lengthen through the crown of your head. If you have the balance, if it feels okay to close your eyes and just feel, once you've got it all set up in an alignment and you still have that really light little engagement in your belly, you can just let go of any gripping. So you don't need to be gripping the muscles, your quads or anything, your glutes, you don't have to grip those. And your face can be totally relaxed, shoulders down from the ears. Just feel stable but easy. You can even bring the corners of your mouth up a little smile. And notice how that feels. Come back to your breath. Take 2 slow, deep, even breaths. Okay, then open your eyes and take your feet a little wider apart. We're going to do some lateral, some side stretching that releases the muscles around the pelvis and the back, low back. So you got your foundation, feet pointed straight ahead. Inhale, spread your fingers, bring your arms up, and exhale to the right. And now, and once you're here, try to have your arms over your ears, spreading your fingers. You're lengthening out through your hands and pressing down through your feet, especially the left foot. And as you inhale, press down, lengthen out, stretch all the way up that left side. And exhale. Don't release all the way, but just release the stretch a little bit. And 2 more. Inhale, lengthen, feel that stretch. And also be aware of the contraction on your right side. Those muscles are strengthening. And then inhale, come back up. And wiggle your fingers a little bit. Exhale toward the left and reach out. So you are reaching out with both arms. If that's not comfortable, you can bring your left arm to your side or to your waist, so you can modify if it's too much. Okay, a couple more deep, slow breaths. Stretching down through the right foot, out through the right fingers. And then inhale back to center, bring your arms down, move around a little bit. And we're gonna do some balance. So have it, I think, maybe have a chair. You don't have to. Okay, so I would put the chair near the top of your mat. We're going to start at the back of the mat. And it's going to be like walking on a tightrope. So we're going to put the right foot in front of the left, and then the left foot in front of the right. Wait, let's go back to the back, I'm sorry. All right, so this is balance. So you do need to have something you're looking at that's not moving, and lightly engage that zip up action just to bring some stability. Your arms, you can do whatever you want with your arms. They can be here, they can be hanging. When you see those people who are walking across between buildings on a whatever, they're doing this. But whatever, we're not doing that. So anyway, all right, so just slowly, right foot in front of left, just like your walk, get them as much close together as you can. Keep breathing. When you get to the end of your mat, stop, and then you're gonna go backwards. Okay, now we're going to go forward again and stop at the chair, or whatever, just stop at the end of your mat. Keep your focus. All right, now when you get here, we're going to add something. So get nice and steady where you are. And this is just a practice. Don't get all worried about it. Bring your arms up. Side bend, just like we did before, to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Side bend to the left. Come back to center and walk back. Kick your arms down. Walk back. You guys are great. I saw all those arms going up there. Nobody fell to the floor. All right, now we're going to do the same thing, but starting with the, so wait, that time we had the left foot first. Well, whatever, we're going to start with the left foot in front of the right, and we're going to just walk up and back like that first. Okay, now this time we're gonna, I guess it doesn't matter, but whatever foot is in front when you get to the end of the mat, bend, so if your right foot's in front, side bend to the right first and then to the left. I'm not sure it makes a big difference. All right, so just walk to the front. And bring your arms up and side bend to the side of the foot that's in front first. And then to the other side. So now your body knows what it's going to do, and sometimes it's a little bit easier. Okay, then once you've gone to each side, bring your arms down and walk back. Awesome. Yay. Very good. Okay, now we're going to do one more balance thing. So this one is going to be it's going to be cross, that brain integration thing. which improves focus and concentration and the balance between the sides of your brain. So let the weight come into your left foot, come up onto your right toes. Get your gaze point, drishti. Let your left hip not jut out, so you want to bring that left hip in. And slight engagement, zipping up, in and up. And then raise the right knee, right foot, and take your left arm and bring it down to the right knee. Now, I guess you could do this, raise it and bring it down, or just leave it on there, whatever you want. And you can, of course, put your fingers on the chair. So the right side of the brain controls the movement on the left side, and the left side for the right side. So the sides of the brain are having to communicate here, which communication is always a good thing. Okay, then let the right foot come down, and move that around, shake it out. And now we'll do the other side. So, weight into the right foot, up on your left toes, and you can leave your toes on the ground too. So whatever works for you today. Do something with that left leg up or on the mat, and then right arm comes up and crosses over to the left knee. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, breathe. Out, just take a little time and come back in. Okay, and then come out and just move around. So there's a lot going on there. And so now we're going to just do some good old basic movement, half sun salutation with chair pose. So, feet hip width apart, spread your fingers, inhale your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, bend your knees, come into a forward fold. And I'm to get up into chair, you can try this. Bring the palms of your hands to your thighs and engage your core. And push yourself up on an inhale, lengthen out, push your hands against your thighs, and then come into chair, hips back. So this is core here, activate your core. And then exhale, come all the way up and around. So you can come up any way you want, but this is just an option to push on your thighs. Okay, we'll do a couple more of those. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up into chair. Think about this place right here. Zip it, reach up. Exhale, come all the way up and then down. Let's do two more. Inhale up. You do your own speed. Modify any way, but move with the breath. One more. Very nice. And come back and just take a couple breaths in mountain pose. Getting realigned. Feel the energy moving around. Come back to nice, slow, deep, even breath. And then turn to face the long edge of your mat. Bring your feet wide apart. Toes point forward. Inhale, bring your arms out to star. So your legs are active, press down into the mat through all the four corners of your feet, and fingers spread, arms are active, reaching out. This is a powerful pose, because you're making yourself really big, expansive energies going down both legs from your core and out from your core through your arms and up through the crown of your head. So there's a lot of lines of energy here, and you can make those lines as just a nice effort for you today. So you can make it really strong or just a little more gentle. Take 2 breaths. And then let your arms come down. Take your right heel and pivot it toward the back corner of your mat, and your left toes toward the short side. Bend in, so we're going to come into a bent side angle. So this is an open hipped posture, and the knee is going to, left knee over the left ankle, and shoulders squared to the long edge. Okay, and inhale, bring your arms up, shoulder height, fingers spread, and turn to look over the left middle finger of your left hand. So this is so far like Warrior 2. And take an inhale and reach, reach, reach out with that left arm, and then bring your forearm to your left thigh, and right shoulder comes back. So some options for your arms are, you can have your hand on your hip and really open that, take that right shoulder back. You can have your hand on your low back, or you can have your arm straight up or over your head. So wherever feels good for you. The dynamic here is you're pressing into both feet, and your spine is coming straight up out of your pelvis forward, so not collapsing down. You want to have a nice, strong line of energy from your right hip out through your right fingers and the crown of your head. Long, straight spine. So on the inhale, fill and lengthen, expand. Exhale, you might be able to soften down a little bit, but don't let go of a little engagement with your core muscle. Still zip it. Right, take 2 more breaths. And then come up and bring your feet parallel again. And we can move a little bit if you need to, and then we'll go to the other side. So left heel goes back 45 degrees, right toes to the short end. Bend the right knee so it comes right over the ankle, and you can still see your toes. Shoulders square to the long edge. Inhale your arms up, and turn to look over your right hand, and then on an inhale, lengthen out, bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Find a place for your hand, and remember that the action here is to open the chest. So your left shoulder moving back. Your gaze can be straight out or up or down, and your hand can be whatever is most comfortable. So once you're set, solid, but not over-efforting, take a few breaths. Inhale, lengthen out, exhale. Settle in, but keep that spine nice and long. Imagine a line of energy moving from the base of your spine out through the crown of your head. bring your feet together and take some movement. Any movement you want. Whew, shake it out. And we're gonna come down. So come to the front edge of your mat and inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees a lot, bring your hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths in down dog, maybe pedal your feet a little bit. And then come to all fours. Take your feet out to the side, come onto your back, and lower down onto your back. We're gonna do some a bridge pose. So feet are bent. No, feet aren't bent. Your knees are bent. Feet hip width apart, near to your hips. Just lift up on your forearms a little bit and bring your shoulder blades together on the back. So just start with a nice open chest and fingers are spread. On an inhale, lift your hips, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, come down one vertebra at a time, starting at the top. Last thing to come down is your back of your pelvis. Just a few ones like that. Just inhaling, squeeze your glutes. Line of energy going from your core right out your thighs, out your knees. And you can keep moving like this, or if you'd like to hold your bridge, you can clasp your hands behind your back, or have your forearms on the mat and fingers spread up toward the ceiling, whatever. And just take a few breaths. Inhale, nice open chest, long neck. And a little tuck in your tailbone to protect your low back. And then exhale, come down from the top of your vertebrae to the bottom. And then hug your knees into your chest and kind of rock around. And then bring your knees are in toward your chest. Now take your feet up toward the ceiling and take a hold of your ankles or your big toe, whatever you can get a hold of. Knees bent. Knees are going to move toward your armpits. So happy baby. Happy baby. And then you can press down. Press your knees down and rock. So the right knee comes more toward the earth, and then the next, the left. You can see what it's like to straighten your legs out if that feels good. Whatever feels good here. Okay, then straighten your legs and bring your feet up toward the ceiling, and reach your arms up toward the ceiling. And rotate your ankles and wrists one way, away from each other, any way you want. Just rotate a few times one direction, and then the other direction. And then flex and extend, so toes and fingers toward your head, toes and fingers away. And then windshield wipe, so to the right, to the left. And then bring your feet down. We're going to do a supine twist. So we're going to straighten out your right leg. And then lift yourself up, come a little bit over more on your right hip. Take your left knee across the right leg. And you can have your hand on your knee or whatever. Arms are out shoulder height unless you're holding onto your knee. And an option here is to straighten your leg. This is an option. Or have the leg bent. So find a twist position that feels good. And you feel your chest opening here too. And send each inhale out, so like you're filling your body up, like a balloon. Send it everywhere, create space, and exhale. Your navel is in and up a little bit, in any kind of a twist. You have a light engagement of the transverse abdominis, a little bit of a zip. Just see if you can find a release somewhere. Keep breathing. Okay, then on an inhale, bring your knees back to center, or come back to center and kind of realign yourself, and then take your left leg straight and take a twist to the other side. It can be different configuration, just do what's right for this side. Keep slow, deep, even breath. Nice, relax. On the exhale, see where you can find release. Anywhere. Make sure your face is relaxed. Teeth slightly apart, jaw relaxed. Relax all the way down. Then when you feel like you've evened out your sides, come back to center and take any movement, any pose, whatever you want, before you move into Shavasana. So take your time, give yourself what your body's asking for. If it feels good, it is good. I will come around and give you what you would to put on their abdomen during Shavasana.
I'll try.
You want that? Okay. And I have my bags up here too. All right. Thank you. You need to do one here.
No, I'm good. Just do the sticks.
I have another belly bag if anybody wants that.
Okay.
You want one?
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, the weight is supposed to be a relaxation thing. I'll bring more belly bags. I have some at home, at least one more. Relax, let go, surrender everything to this present time, breath by breath. yourself back, become aware of your surroundings, waking your body up. Just in your own way, come up to a comfortable seat. Just notice, scan, see where you are toward the end of practice. We're not done yet. So we're going to do, before we close, bee breath, which is simply inhaling and humming, so your lips are lightly together, and so the vibration, you can feel the vibration. And I saw another way to do this, which is to put your hands over your ears. So I'll demonstrate what it looks like. Oh, that does make a difference. When you close your fingers and you get the vibration in your head. So what this does is activates the vagus nerve, which is the longest nerve in the body. And it brings on engages the parasympathetic nervous system. And the long exhale does that too, as you're humming out as long as you can, and when you need to take a breath, you take a breath and do another hum. And it's relaxing. So here we go. So I'll watch the clock and tell you when to stop. So just hum it out as long as you can. Take a breath, hum it out again. There you go. Okay, stop for a minute, because for the next half minute, I would like to try it without the covering the ears, because when we've done it before, it was kind of nice to hear all the sounds. I don't know, those of you who... Anyway, so let's just try it again, same thing, but just without covering your ears, okay? Okay, I'm just going to say that I love that because we're all contributing. It's like sharing energy. That's the way I'm thinking about it. And I love hearing all the different levels. And so I guess if I was doing it at home, covering the ears would be good because that makes a bigger vibration in my head. But as the group, I like to do it that way. Okay, anyway, all right, yeah, bring your hands together, palms at your heart space. Bow to your efforts today, to your willingness to give yourself a whole hour of introspection and just for you, but also sharing the energy with the group, which is a real thing. So I thank you for coming, and I love teaching you, and I bow to and honor the very same light and teacher in each of you. Namaste.